feel quite refreshed. I guess when you just have somebody there to listen to you.
Yeah.
I guess when you just have. Cause like I think that's the thing about the confessional
Yeah.
booth. Just like they're just there to listen. Like they're just there to listen. You know.
I just lower my mic a bit.
You know.
I just lower my mic a bit. But Banana Man.
What kind of sins are you guilty of?
Banana Man.
Shut up, inmate.
Uh,
Perhaps your rehabilitation will be better attained with a torture chamber rather than a confessional booth. By the way, why do you keep afraid of God? Shouldn't they be spending that time trying to solve their problems themselves? Humans have their limitations. It's a kind of support. Sometimes it's all you can do.
Hi, Scrapper.
I'll just say the last one.
Hearing right now. What's the context for this?
He's playing Persona.
I'm playing Persona 5, and the twins are trying to understand how a church works.
Do not expect nuanced takes on religion in any RPGs whatsoever. It's kind of weird, like when the Megami Tensei series routinely has actual gods and devils.
Yeah.
They actually get by like proper ones too by name. Like they do flat out say Jesus in the text.
Oh, hi, Sylph. No, nice timing. We just died. Oh, hi, Sylph. Just kind of setting up right now. Everything's should be fine. Yeah, this is a little bit unorthodox, but this is only going to be for one game, so whatever. The other game should be a lot more easy to set up. Yeah, let's just go back. So I'm assuming game audio is fine and everything. Let me just see. Game audio is fine and everything.
Oh yeah. While I'm playing Persona 5 is I'm playing Royal Scrappy.
So far.
There's no reason to go back to normal Persona 5. There's literally no reason.
Okay, so quick thing, like what happened like between streams. I literally just grinded out a bunch of versus matches, and by that I mean just running off the stage 100 times, because that unlocks item switch, which is the only really time-consuming unlock in this game. There's no real reason for me to do it other than just to say like 100%, I guess, but you know, that's done now. So literally all we have to do is just do a bunch of classic modes again. So we're 100% in Smash.
Oh, you're doing Melee?
No.
Original.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go DK, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of
Hear the music.
Can you not hit? Let me turn up. Let me turn up OBS, I guess. Ah. Let me know if that's any better.
Now the twins want me to take him to the aquarium. I gotta see how this goes. I mean, the church thing was bad enough. Oh wow, that's pretty.
Oh man, I keep forgetting, like, I'm so used to Ultimate's mechanics.
It's a lot like myself.
Yeah. Does it sound any better? Or... The little golf clap. How about you, Soph? Is the game sound game audio loud enough?
The twins should pick the jellyfish or the killer whale as more interesting. And they're like, inmate, settle this.
Oh man.
No, I gave Caroline some praise before. I'll give this one to Justine.
Alright, come on.
Now Justine's wondering why do people do this, make aquariums and all that. I'm just like, I could say to admire nature, to assert their dominance, or to sate their appetites. Well, I'm gonna do more.
Scrappy?
I realized I was muted the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I can't hear the music, but it's fine.
Oh. Let me see. Let me see. Wait.
Like, I can hear the announcer ever so faintly, but I usually keep Twitch on mute because, well, time delay.
Oh, well, I
Particularly wanted to see the Penguin show, so I just took it to the Penguin show.
It should...
They act up if they were like 8.
Try putting the sound on for Twitch for a second just to see if the sound's on when you do that.
So, I've unmuted Twitch for a while now. It's just I can hear the commentary, just not the music.
Huh. I don't know then.
Alright, time to finish your East Day Soul Slide.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a bunch of this. And all these, like, weird moves. It's weird seeing, like, a bunch of these aerials come out in, like, frame 1. Because there's usually a lot of wind up to these. I just not fail this one. This one ain't too hard, so. And I fail. Nice. That's fine. But going back to the whole, like, item thing. Wait, what? What now? What are you saying?
Sleep, B.
Yeah, just walk around.
I mute the Twitch streams because I'm hearing Harry twice.
Oh, that's fine. I don't know if it's gonna mess with the stream, but I could, like, screen share it on Discord as well. It's probably gonna cause problems, but
I was gonna say, it sounds like it's gonna be a laggy mess.
it might. Well,
And I was able to hear the music when I had to turn your Discord mic down and then turn my actual computer's mic speaker up, but...
oh, okay. Well, okay. Well,
I'm keeping Twitch muted because, well, time delay.
Yeah. Let's just not stream that twice. Sounds like a mistake. Okay. Yeah, going back to the whole, like, items being unlocked thing, like, that is pretty stupid. Don't really understand that. Because, like, you can't actually play this game competitively if you're into that stuff unless you suicide 100 times, which is a little bit dumb, but oh well.
The game wasn't meant to be played competitively.
Eh? I mean...
You know, I don't agree with locking behind the item switch because casual... Yeah, I say casual plays, but everyone would like the ability to just turn them off if they don't like a particular item.
Yeah, well, I mean... It's the first game, so I can't... It's the first game, I guess, but I do feel like... it's better to give people the option to play how they want instead of, like, forcing you, the player to, like, always be using items. Because, I don't know. I feel like there's merits in both ways to play, because I know this game, by far, has the most hit stun out of any Smash game. So you could get, like, if you're good, you can get, like, crazy combos. There's, like, it's like this game is like Marvel vs. Capcom or something. It's insane. Obviously Huh?
Pardon? What'd you say?
No, I was gonna say, like, obviously, I don't know how to, like, play this game that well. So, yeah. Get that out of the way. Let's do it pop-ups.
Alright, my second social link maxed out.
Yeah, there's always going to be, like, a casual versus competitive debate. Again, I think there's merits in both styles of play. And I do feel, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit silly to completely rule out one or the other.
And Yusuke is maxed out. And now Persona awakens. Or reawakens.
All intents and purposes, Sakurai,
God.
the dev team, pardon me, probably just hit it just to make people play the game longer, but...
That's fair. I mean, this is the first game, I will stress, and they don't do this in any other game, after this. So,
even Brawl, surprisingly.
Yeah. Because, yeah. Yeah, DK in this game is just really weird. Like... I don't know how to explain it. Like... a lot of his attack animations just feel really... I don't want to say sloppy, but they feel like they have, like, no weight to him. And he just... floaty is one way to put it. He just doesn't feel as heavy as he should. Like, I don't know.
Off topic, have you seen the DualSense controller?
Yeah, I saw that, like, an hour ago.
It's interesting looking.
I'll save judgment. I need to...
I have to hold on to it.
I need to feel it in my hands. I no comment about it right now. I don't know. It looks interesting.
I was gonna say, it doesn't look bad.
No, it doesn't look too far off from the DualShock 4, honestly.
It just looks a little bulkier and it's a tad wider.
Yeah.
Like, only a touch wider, though.
Yeah.
I need to buy
Alright, just... Oh, you're dead.
No, I'm not trying to call Tommy. I'm trying to read.
Metal Marrow.
Yeah, definitely this one, because I need to prove my kindness step before Futaba joins.
No, it's like a mix of the Switch Pro. Kinda? I can kinda see that, like a mix between PS4 controller and the Switch Pro controller.
I have them both in hand right now, so... Let me look.
Oh, I wonder if I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah!
It's like it has most of the shape of the Pro, but the layout of the DualShock.
Yeah.
And a wider touchpad in the center. Actually, the middle area looks a lot more like how the buttons are placed in a Pro controller.
Yeah. I mean, if it's anything like the Switch Pro, then I mean I'm fine with that.
Well, yeah, because the Switch Pros, I love the Switch Pros.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite controllers now, like, just in general. Oh my god. DK, you fat ass! Get through.
I wonder what the point of the what are they called? The fighting polygons are for this.
Models.
I mean, in like the context of this, of the race to the finish stage.
They're just there to annoy you.
They're obstacles.
Ultimately, you get to fight multi-person teams. It's
Yeah.
cheap.
I feel like,
They're in their most definite definition.
yeah. Like, I feel like the things they came up with before they just resorted to Mii's were honestly a lot more interesting than just doing that, because you get like the polygon team, you get the wireframes, and you get the weird things from Brawl, which I think are just inherently more interesting than just Mii's, but yeah, it works, so whatever.
That's got 4 now.
Probably just seems to consider the Mii's as belonging to Smash Brothers, and I'm not entirely fond of that interpretation. Get their own classic mode routes in Ultimate.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, you can't even play classic mode with them. Wonder what they would do for them. I mean, I know Ultimate. We're not gonna get. Yeah. I mean, they could like do something based on like Wii Sports or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Be creative with that. I don't know. They could do something.
Color fights punchy characters, sword fighter fights sword fighters, which yes, other sword fighters have already done in Ultimate, but screw off. And gunner fights gunners.
Yeah, there's definitely there's definitely ways they could have done it. Fight Wii Fit Trainer 10 times.
Gotta do this social link. I gotta do this social link one more time and it's done.
Yeah.
Or they could like have a route where they just fight, or you know, compile the Mii fighters classic route. Just have them fight all the other avatars. So Villager, Robin, Corrin,
Oh yeah.
Link ostensibly.
That's a good point,
Pokemon
actually.
trainer.
Like avatars?
Yeah, like avatar characters. That would work.
Fair enough, yeah, I can see that.
Would this be for all of them though, or just?
Now Violet would be one.
Would this be like what all the Mii fighters do, or?
I mean, if they want to just save time, yeah, they could just.
Yeah. I suppose so.
Some other one.
Cry if they hold them in that instance.
Yeah.
can't you put the Mii? Can you put the Mii? Can you put all the Mii variants into one slot, like when you do the compare press list?
I'm not sure. I know that's how they worked in 4, but
Well, yeah, just because that was just me.
yeah,
But but Ultimate class puts them under separate slots.
yeah,
I mean, I kind of appreciate that to a degree.
yeah. I mean,
Because like keeping them at their most basic potential, like movement, stats, and all that, it makes them really puts them as their own character.
yeah, they're definitely like the different like Mifas are definitely like completely different playstyles.
It's
So
more evident in Ultimate because they can go online in like Elite Smash.
yeah, and then also the only characters in Ultimate that have like the custom move thing brought back.
Right.
Like to have seen them try and improve custom moves for everyone else.
I don't mind the concept of custom moves. My problem more so was the fact of how they were unlockable. Because I'm definitely gonna have to talk about this when I get to 4, but like, they really shouldn't have been as like randomized and hard to get. It's way too hard to get all of them, especially on Wii U.
Imagine doing that with 76 characters.
You know what? I just
Yeah.
wish dupes weren't a thing.
Oh right, I need to clear the.
I just wish duplicates weren't a thing. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like if they didn't like duplicate them, like if you always got a new one, it wouldn't be as bad. But it's just
Maybe like make them a little harder, but always to obtain, but always make them new.
yeah. My idea was to make them better is just make it so you have to do like a challenge or something with that specific character, and that's what unlocks that character's custom moves, and that's all you needed to do. So just say like, oh, you get some extra challenge for the game.
I remember Palutena had all of hers by default too.
I believe so, yeah.
Mega Man had also some pretty good variety in his stuff.
Yeah, like representing different Mega Man abilities.
Like you can make the up B the tornado hold or beat.
Yeah. I know you can make the down be a skull barrier.
Skull barrier or plant barrier.
Yeah.
I think skull barrier was it stays but you can't move. Period. Plant barrier is like short lasting but bigger. I know. Let's see. I know there's to replace Crash Bomb. I know you can do Danger Wrap. Or what is it? What are the other ones? Wait, I'm trying to get another bomb. No, Power Bomb.
Alright. You know,
Or did that? Oh no, wait. Or did Power Bomb replace the Metal Blade?
I don't know. Speaking of power bombs, one thing I thought about for a while is that if they ever decide to give Samus, like regular Samus, a new Final Smash, I feel like they should give her the power bomb, because I feel like that would be really cool.
In AoE?
Yeah. Because, I mean, Zero Suit, or, like, in Ultimate now, like, just uses the laser thing just out in a distance now, so... I don't know. Oh, God.
From all this discussion of Smash 64 in particular.
Well, speaking like this game, I love how, like, from the start, Fox's up air is just ridiculously strong. I mean, this is also a team battle, but still.
I remember when Fox just had Japanese guys speaking English.
Yeah.
Mission complete.
Yeah. We're stiff X.
So they
Oh, good.
they dubbed all the characters they absolutely had to dub.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Fox has an English voice, so...
one who got a English speaking voice that wasn't already like their international default was Jigglypuff, because Jigglypuff's Japanese name is not Jigglypuff.
Yeah, it's like Purin or something. Which means pudding, so...
Purin. That's what yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think Grid's name is actually pretty close to what it is.
Koga.
I think in a lot of other languages it still just goes with Greninja or something like that, or...
Yeah. Also, something that's really strange is that Fox has Falco's lasers in this game, and like Falco's, if you're in the air, they shoot faster. It's really weird how they just changed that completely in the other games.
Apparently Fox's alternate colors in this game were just supposed to be the other Star Fox team members.
Really?
So wait, what were his other colors?
Colors in this game are just red, blue, and green.
So
oh,
red
yeah.
is red supposed to be Peppy? Oh right, because his triangle is red. Like when you're in a blind section and it's like there's Peppy's ship, it always has a red triangle above it.
Huh. That's interesting.
Falco's undersuit is red. I think the red team Super Fox is loosely supposed to reference Falco. Blue references Slippy, and then I guess that leaves green as Peppy by default. I don't know. Green might just be for the sake of having a green teammate, that green team color.
Maybe. Alright, hopefully I get this right. If I can land on the platform. Dang it. Ah. Okay, I feel like I'm doing this wrong.
Best girl in P5 is here. She's back up.
There we go.
Take the Inkling.
Will not fight over Atlas waifus.
I just know her as Inkling Girl.
Or as not Anne.
Oh, okay.
I don't like Anne that much. Or On, sorry.
Luigi with his bedroom eyes again.
I haven't played Persona 5, but I'm speaking personally, like, of the civilian designs, I like hers the most.
On?
Yes.
Can you knock down for her in this game?
I guess I can see that.
Ah.
Grabby. I mean, I hate her fantasy outfit so much, though.
It's okay, Harry. This is on topic technically because Joker's in Smash Bros., which is a really weird sentence to say even in 2020.
I mean... yeah.
A Persona character is in Smash Brothers. That's just.
It's been over a year since in the game.
I think so. Yeah.
Since like when he actually launched, like a few days short of a full year.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Definitely been over a year since he got announced.
Well, yeah, because his announcement was the day right before the game was released.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Times. Pikachu, you were just a chubby boy in this game.
Yeah. Pika's chubby boy. Also, I love how, like, Pikachu is, like, a complete idiot on the stage. Because, like, usually he just kind of quick attacks off the edge. Which is, like...
Or one straight into the door and gets hit by something.
Yeah.
Dude doesn't want to deal with this violence today. Good gravy, those sprites look cursed.
Yeah, good love, good old N64. I can't harp on it too much because this was extensively a budget game. As
Weekend project at that.
yeah, because like compared to like all the other games where like they put like so much manpower into these things, Smash 64 not really the case because even for the time, this game didn't look amazing, or even like that good, because this is like nowhere near the best of what the N64 can do. But given the resources and the lower budget in general, this game, I mean, it looks fine. Definitely could be worse.
Like the cartoony, like the intentionally stylized art direction probably helps for the most part.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Like this is probably better than what we would have gotten if Sakurai had gone to Dragon King.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about that, but like before this became like a crossover fighter, like they had like, it was gonna basically just have like weird generic I don't even know what to call it, like it was basically gonna have like a group of fighters similar in structure like to like Captain Falcon, and yeah, they didn't go through with that. But, like, Captain Falcon was probably only chosen just because he resembled the old characters, so it was just easier to include, I guess.
I think it was similar build to Samus, and they could just, I guess, jury-rig the moveset onto him. The old Dragon King moveset onto him.
Yeah. Although...
The design of the stage, it's just it's minimalistic, but I like that kind of whole weird pseudo-sci-fi factory look.
Yeah. Although, kind of glad they didn't give like a random schmuck like Falcon Punch move. Like, that wouldn't have felt right.
Would have been Falcon Punch, would have probably been, you know, Dragon Punch or something.
Probably.
Because every fighting game protagonist has to be based off a dragon.
Dave Grimes.
I say, yeah, this was meant to be its own IP, and I believe that Satoru Iwata, who was the president of HAL Labs at the time, suggested to Sakurai to add established Nintendo characters.
Yeah.
To improve the commercial, to make it more commercially viable. Yeah, Sakurai just kind of, he did that, and he just made a build with like Mario and Link fighting each other.
I don't remember the character specifically, but he basically made a demo or something with like Mario, Link, Samus, and Pikachu or so. I don't remember. I don't know specifics, but like he made a demo, and this was before he even told like Miyamoto anything about this, because it would be like, it's like pretty sure if you just asked, oh, can I make a crossover fighting game with Mario and whatnot, it's like, probably end up saying no. So what he did instead was just make a demo build just to show like what the actual game's gonna be like, and then show it to him, and you know.
Did he pass that off as a real thing? It was like, hey, look what the game's gonna be. It's like, oh, here's what it actually is.
They presented it, and they get to prove it, obviously. Miyamoto did have some reservations. He was worried about Mario being in a game where he was punching people, but I think Sakurai pointed out that Mario kicks Koopa shells for a living.
Yeah.
Miyamoto basically was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And to be fair, I mean, I guess, like, Mario, compared to his, like, home series, like, he's, like, portrayed, like, super serious compared to, like, how he's usually portrayed, so, yeah.
I guess Mario still looks like Mario in this game.
Yeah.
It's only, like, Brawl onwards where he just becomes the angriest man who ever lived.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in terms of just, like, box art and, like, just general, advertisements, Mario is probably the most alike from his normal series, for this game, because, like, pretty much, like, even Melee, every game past this, like, they usually make like Mario's general demeanor in these games a lot more serious. Like, I don't know.
You say that, but for the American Smash Bros. Commercial trips Yoshi and starts everything.
True. I'll give you that one.
That's a move that my fanfiction Mario would probably do. I don't expect that from canon Mario.
Oh god. Also, the fanfic where like Daisy is like a crazy just likes hurting people, I guess, and then there's Yoshi who cracks people's bones.
First of all, it wasn't Yoshi, it was Luigi. Second of all, no, he's not. He makes people get up and make cracking noises with their bones. And no, you're not getting context. Read my story.
Hi, Scrum Live. Oh, wait, you're the George Washington, aren't you? He's someone I think I know.
I only named George Washington with an episode of the Super Show.
Yeah, apparently there's like a group of people who just have their name as George Washington. It's hilarious.
Me. From live.
Oh, is she? Okay. Hello.
Even get hurt?
I don't know. I was just kind of. Well, I mean, I think I got
Damage
tomorrow.
run. Congratulations. Yeah, you got a no damage run.
Oh wow. Okay, I wasn't even attempting that, but I'll take it.
Fox looks pretty much like he did in Star Fox 64.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you can maybe argue that this game came out more than a year after Star Fox 64, and by the early 3D standards, they should have probably evolved it more. But again, weekend project and fighting game they needed. Frame rate more than fidelity.
I mean, the fact that like, was it every game in the series is like 60 frames, isn't it? Like even 3DS, which is like pretty quick, especially
This is pretty much the only Smash game where I'd say it's not among the best looking games of their respective system.
Oh, they had no character idea, so that's why they used Nintendo characters as placeholders. Sakurai and Iwata, I'm assuming you mean Sakurai. Iwata liked it so much they worked on it in a free time and pushed it as a crossover. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Iwata.
Alright, that's another character done.
Perhaps a little amusing that this is probably the biggest IP to come out of the N64 era for Nintendo.
Yeah, and it came out like pretty much the end. Cause like, Melee was just like 2 years after this.
It was in the launch window of the GameCube, so basically, this came like pretty much just halfway through. Like honestly, like legitimately, like, yeah, 2.5 years roughly after the N64 launched. Yeah, right in the middle.
I did clear both of the bonus games, didn't I? Good, okay. Alright, let's see.
Tama just got like this snack and she's refusing to share him, and then Ryuji just goes, Nini.
Yeah, I'm saving very hard for Kirby, so let's just go Yoshi, I guess.
Kind of Lovecraftian.
So So I gotta love how Link in this stage is just a complete pacifist. Like, he just kind of walks around and does nothing.
I realized this game was developed in about a year. So they had, like, what, they had maybe some promotional stuff to use from Ocarina of Time just to know what Link looked like.
Yeah. Did Nintendo make an original?
Animal Crossing.
Mostly Rad did the new IP stuff.
Animal Crossing though.
Did that come out overseas though?
GameCube version did, but it still started on N64.
I mean, true, but
it's basically an enhanced port of that.
right. I suppose that kind of counts. What about like Pilot Wings? Wasn't that like, didn't that start on N64?
Over NES.
Oh, okay.
And then Punishment started on the N64, but there's only 2 games.
Mm.
But, I mean, it's still an IP.
What about Wave Race?
Game Boy.
Oh.
Like, took me by surprise when I found it out, but it was a Game Boy.
Okay. Yeah.
Nintendo just released not many games on the N64 in general, so I can understand that they didn't have that many new IPs.
Yeah, again, most of the N64 library is like Rare stuff. Like without Rare, the N64 I don't think would be as beloved as it is.
Even with Rare, there were droughts.
Yeah, like, oh man.
Apparently WarioWare had its roots on the N64. I didn't know that. A lot of projects were planned for the N64 and then just got scrapped and had to be probably retooled at some point, like Mother 3.
Yeah. Oh man. I think I remember hearing like Luigi's Mansion was like planned for GameCube as not GameCube, N64 as well, but they moved that to the GameCube. I could be wrong.
Couldn't believe that.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense when you look at like old trailers for it, because like the ghosts look really blocky in early versions of the game.
Oh, Luigi, the N64 era was just not kind to you.
Started life as a non-Mario horror game in a dollhouse? Huh.
Even Jigglypuff's sing animation actually looks pretty much one-to-one with how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Gotta love how, like, Spike moves in this game on, like, frame 1. That just doesn't feel right.
I'm gonna say,
Game... this game at least has the excuse of first game.
Yeah. And just Yoshi's head just going for a bridge.
let's see.
Alright, I catch you. I forgot you were doing anything during the summer.
Doing stuff, just not good stuff.
So you gotta love how, like, okay. Yep. Nice.
Akechi, you okay?
You gotta love how, like,
Terrified.
Porygon is, like, doomed to, like, never show up in the anime again. Or, like, did they even, like, bother doing anything with Porygon now? Because, like, after the whole seizure thing that happened, like...
Solutions made cameos in movies, that's about it.
No, hi Nick. He's in the chat, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I should pull back. Cause I just cleared. Cause I just cleared the next pal.
I'm so
And now
used.
I'm moving on to my and now we're moving on to what's my least favorite palace in the game.
There we go. I'm so used to Yoshi's up B like sending you up a little bit. I'm watching on my store's Wi-Fi wearing gloves and a mask. Nice.
Back to work.
Good stuff. But yeah, Yoshi, I think in this game and Melee has this weird property where like if you do an aerial attack, your vertical momentum will kind of just stop and you'll just go straight down, which is really jarring going back to this game after like Ultimate, because that's not how he works in that game at all. Okay, okay.
These stages are just cruel.
Honestly, I'm just happy to have platforming again.
I love this little text conversation where it's just like we just get to Plaza and just like Yusuke goes like, "You seem to be quite talkative in these conversations," and she goes, "Is that so? I'll shut up then." And then she's just speaking emotes.
Can you still narrow
Yusuke,
Shell?
Yusuke is just joining in on the nonsense. Like what?
Pretty much, yeah.
They just appeared in every game except for Brawl.
Wait, what's that?
Street Land 64. It's probably, I think it's appeared in every game except Brawl.
Yeah. I mean, it was Smash 4 through DLC, I think, but you know. I mean, I like Yoshi. I mean, I understand why he's kind of frustrating to deal with in Ultimate specifically, but
because Field Poke does not exist against him.
yeah, but I feel like I don't know. I've always enjoyed playing as Yoshi. Yeah, but I feel like Yoshi, I've always enjoyed playing in this series, and I feel that he's, for the longest time, he's been kind of underplayed. Like, I didn't really see many Yoshi players, like, during, like, Brawl or Smash 4, and not even that many people, from what I understand, play him in Ultimate, but, like, he's kind of, like, a scary, you don't, like, expect him to be as good as he is.
When I was at the con, there was at Colossal Con, I was playing with a Yoshi player most of the time, and he actually told me that he thinks that Yoshi's his best character.
Yeah.
You kick my ass consistently.
Yeah. Double jump cancelling exclusive to float jump.
Although he said it can tell I was learning.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, a double jump cancelling. It's exclusive to float jump characters like Ness and Peach. I do know that... Can I not die in the first 10 seconds? I do know that's a thing in Melee as well. Where, like, you do, like, a double jump, and then you, like, just attack, and then you just, like, fall down. Yeah, it can be good for, like, mind games and, like, get into the ground faster, I suppose, and just different stuff like that. I don't know. I've always, for me, it's always just felt kind of weird.
Mario does not seem interested in this fight.
No, he's just kind of a punching bag.
Eat him and put him out of his misery.
Alright, time to do this again. Also, this will become more apparent in when we get to Melee, but like the stage names for the Yoshi series is like really kind of whack because like was it the stage in this game is based off of Yoshi's story, and the way they call the way they name stages in Melee is like how do I say this? It's like Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Story or something. 'Cause it's like it's I don't even know what I'm saying. It's like there's like the name of the series, I think, and then like the name of the stage itself. I don't know, it's weird.
Oh, it's like a general locale and then a more specific locale, which is the actual stage name, like
Right.
hence how you wind up with Yoshi's Island and then Yoshi's Island.
Yeah. Super happy. Yeah.
This should have just called I say Yoshi's Island. The Melee Yoshi's Island stages should have called it Dinosaur Land Yoshi's Island instead of Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, because like we get like amazing. What was the Yoshi Story stage called? Like Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Story. It was like it's a yeah, it's amazing stuff.
And we get stuff like Pokey Floats being called having Kanto Skies as its pre-title, which is weird because it has Johto Pokemon balloons there.
Yeah, which were clearly like ripped out of, like Stadium 2.
The days when HAL could just be developing and just rip assets from their own stuff.
Yeah. Although I do legitimately want Poke Floats back because it's a fun stage to mess around in. Even then, like, just give us a Poke Floats 2.
Still, I'll always remember that one fake mock-up of Bandanity and Skull Kid on a upgraded Poke Floats.
Oh man, remember the old when people were speculating like the chairs in the background were like Tattle and Tail, and like Skull Kid's gotta get announced.
Hate Smash speculation.
It does stuff to you. Like Skull Kid would probably be like my first choice for a new Zelda character. But like, oh god. Speculation is just crazy. Honestly, I'm surprised.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying, like, I'm honestly surprised we haven't had a new Zelda character in so long.
Because of how different Link is in Ultimate, do you count that in any degree?
The different links are definitely a lot more unique from each other than I gave them credit for, but
like normal Link now is almost a completely different character.
yeah. But like for me, like I just want a character that doesn't have isn't related to like the Triforce. And I don't know. Something like Skull Kid or like, I don't know, as unlikely as this is, I'd like Lana from Hyrule Warriors. But that's like third party stuff, so that's not gonna happen. Go Link for DLC Pack 2. Linkle. That would be funny, but eh.
I'd rather have Link's actual sister.
Oh, like, what do you mean, like Arrow?
Yes.
I'm not sure how she'd fight, but
give her all of Linkle's weapons and just say it's a grown-up arrow.
I have conflicting emotions to that. I don't know how to feel about that. Because, like...
With me, that's how you should feel.
She beats you with a telescope.
Down.
No, and one of her attacks would be just like what Kanji does in Son of Arena. Because in Arena, one of his attacks is literally a giant scream with a text box that says, "You want some?" For Herbie. Hoi!
Hoi! Big brother! Oni-chan! So, see, no, I can't see her be like a fire in my head because she's just too pure for that. I don't know, but there is Isabel, I guess, so. Any characters you want in Smash that aren't ridiculously obscure are Sora, Crash, and maybe Dixie? Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, that's Sylph.
Yeah, I can see that.
Bonanza Bros in Smash! Yeah.
Or Crash and maybe Dixie Kong. Yeah, that's the Harry pass right there.
You're pretty well. Yeah. Yeah, that, get like Rayman, Owl and, Lloyd in there, and I'm good. I am honestly surprised we don't have a Tails rep yet, because, like, the, Namco Bandai helps with the series now, so I'm surprised they only have one rep.
Sakurai apparently has to remind them that they own Pac-Man, so... I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, Rhythm Heaven rep would be cool. I've heard, that, like, they can... I don't know if this just got, like, mixed up with the rumor stuff, but, like, I know, Chorus Kids was a name thrown around during Smash 4 days. So I don't know if there was a thing similar to Ice Climbers where, like, too many characters on screen at once for 3DS, so they just cut them. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but, you know, a Rhythm Heaven rep would be cool.
Apparently found Rhythm Heaven icon in data mines.
Hmm.
So maybe a stage was planned, and
That'd be cool. Okay, I did this kind of wrong, but whatever. Okay, I'm not too familiar with this. Okay, that works. That was, like, really easy.
And I forgot how unique Ketchy's dance is in P5D.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at something else and I'm reading.
Unfortunately, I can't show off this dance to anybody without spoiling things.
Oh, don't worry, when Persona... Oh wait, they already made Persona 5 dancing. Goodness. I didn't make that joke.
I was talking about Persona 5 dancing, actually.
Oh my god. This tells you how used I am to Ultimate. I'm not used to Pikachu's down air not spiking now. It's really weird.
Oh yeah.
'Cause it never spiked before. Yeah. Oh, Brawl's gonna be interesting. It's well, it's definitely gonna be an ordeal because I plan on playing Subspace on Intense, so... Well, we
that golden hammer if you have to beat a challenge.
Nah,
Trying not to use those.
The masochist.
The thing is, when you get to like, I don't know if Brawl does this, but like when you get to Smash 4, the really difficult challenges don't even allow you to do that anyway. So, eh.
If you're going to kill yourself, at least bring someone to do the co-op run with you.
That depends, because it's not really easy to do that in today's, like today.
To have one friend or relative under lockdown right now who can come to your house.
Nope.
They have nothing better to do. I know this because I have nothing better to do.
I mean, I'd also need someone to be, like, I'd also need them to be at least competent at the game, so...
I like it advance of Joker with twins, and it's just like, Joker, this game was really made for Joker.
Yeah. Like, the only, like, the worst I can think of, like, where I'd have to, like, use the golden hammers would probably be, like, the stupid Metroid thing in Smash Tour, because I'll try, but, like, that's, like, completely RNG based, and I can only put up with that for so long. But,
Actually.
you know, besides that, I should be able to just... I should be able to just do the other challenges, just by sheer brute force, I guess, I don't know.
This is visually my favorite stage in the original Smash Brothers.
Well, are you talking about, the DK stage? Nice.
I don't even recall any stage in Donkey Kong Country 1 taking place during the sunset period.
There is one, what's it, the Monkey Kong stage, I forget what it's called, but it has, like, a bunch of, like, a bunch of, like, really obscure bonus rooms. That's, I think the only sunset level in that game. Could be wrong.
Associate the sunsets with Donkey Kong Country Returns. Hey, when are we playing that again, Harry?
Yes, the answer is yes. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, these people don't even know about it yet, because it hasn't been, like, it hasn't even gone up yet.
What? Yes, the answer is yes.
No, returns.
Oh. I was gonna say, that's like 2-3 years ago.
Oh, I'd be terrified if I had not uploaded Origins yet. It's like, what the hell am I doing? So go through with the smashing. Oh, okay, the Figure of Ultimate, that's not gonna be for, like, a good few years at least. Like, I'm not gonna do it until they stop adding, like, new characters and spirits, so I don't just end up, like, completing everything and then just going like, oh, by the way, new spirits have been added. So I'm gonna, yeah, that's not gonna be for a long time. But in terms of, like, just new file, I'm probably just gonna use a separate, like, Switch thing, because I don't wanna, like, get rid of all my data. These other games I'm not too fussed on, because, I mean, this game is pretty self-explanatory. Melee, I start, like, the way I'm doing that game is gonna, by default, send me back to 0% anyway. Brawl I'm not that fussed with. Smash 4, my save data got corrupted anyway, so it doesn't really affect me either way. But yeah. Yeah, we haven't really talked much about these stages specifically. I have no plans to show this in this series. I might, I don't know. If I do, it probably won't be for very long. But Project M actually brought back some of these. I know it brought back Metacrystal specifically, this stage here, and made it a proper stage to fight on, which is pretty cool. But yeah.
They will never bring the stage back for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, very.
It's to the finish.
Roar!
Oh, there's prototype versions of those Glyce, Glunder.
Yeah, they do.
In subspace.
Yeah, they do resemble those guys.
They're called Glunders or like lightnings.
I know each element, like each different element of them have a different name.
Blue is Glyce, red is Glyer, and then yellow is, what's it? I don't know what the yellow's called.
Blunders? I don't know.
This will be interesting going back to subspace enemy designs again.
Yeah. Oh! Oh! Yeah, I'm kind of excited to go back to subspace.
What said right before disaster.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I do actually kind of miss subspace.
Yeah. The more I think about them, the more I do kind of just want a adventure mode like that again. Like, again, I've said this before, like off stream, but like, I appreciate that they gave a new story mode a try, but I don't know, like World of Light just didn't strike this, like, it didn't really hit the same edge. But I like it fine enough.
You gotta run through that again. Anyways.
Yeah, I like it fine enough, but like, I don't know, it just, a lot of it just felt like a grind fest, like, after a point.
Like, grind if you go for everything.
Yeah, but, you know, I feel like they should have, like, mixed it up better. Like, I feel like they didn't need to have nothing but fights. Like, you could have had, like, a random break the targets home run contest, or, like, a platforming stage or something. I feel like they should have broken it up better.
The home run contest wasn't even in the game until, like, a year after launch.
I mean, it wasn't, but, like, it's just a general example. Like, I don't know, just give you, like, some mini games or some different challenges to do. Like, I don't know, bring back some of the enemies from, like, Smash Run and do like a enemy gauntlet or something. I don't know. I do feel like
we know the reason why they're not there, because balancing level, like platformer design for 76 characters is just
I guess. I don't know. It's just the thing with Ultimate for me is that I don't know why we keep talking about Ultimate, but it's a shame for me because the thing in like pretty much every game up to that point that Ultimate like barely does like at all was like the platforming side of Smash. Like they've tried in most games they've tried doing something with it, and the most Ultimate gets is like a kind of generic race to the finish, which is just kind of a shame. I don't know.
What was I gonna say? I watched a certain scene from Avengers Endgame today, and some hero, I say with an asterisk, had filmed the reactions of the theater, and the crowd went wild during a certain moment, and I think that's, I guess, the one thing I just really miss having from Smash Bros. The one thing I miss from having from Smash Bros. I sound so gibberish. What I miss is just an excuse to kind of gather the heroes to actually interact, to fight.
Yeah.
We have the trailers for that, but those are really self-contained.
Okay, so we're doing very hard now, so this is gonna be a fun time. I chose Kirby for this because this is his best game by far, and I feel like this would be a good way to show him off for this game. And yeah. This is probably gonna... I
haven't actually played a Smash game. Sorry, what were you saying, Harry?
No, I was gonna say, this is probably still gonna suck, but yeah, he and Pikachu are considered the best characters in this one, so...
Those who have not played a Smash Brothers game or a Kirby game, Kirby, the little pink marshmallow that you see on the screen before you, can absorb the souls of his enemies and effectively take their powers, like some sort of Dragon Ball Z villain.
Yeah, although in Smash they just kind of pop right back out, so... Yeah, I'm kind of expecting awful things, so...
Hat.
Yeah. I really have no reason to do this, but... I don't know. I may as well, like, just at least clear each difficulty at least once. Because I know I'm gonna have to do that in the other games, due to, like, well, Melee has, like, different bonuses for the difficulties, and I don't know if they stack. But then, I know Brawl specifically has, like, oh, clear classic on normal, clear classic on hard, and all that stuff, so... There we go. I don't want to lose a life too early. I'm probably going to end up using a continue, but I'd prefer not to.
Just show show everything in the game, to be honest.
There you go.
So die. For the audience.
Yeah. I think I have done how to use the continue before, so... Also, this is really weird. Okay, so Kirby's up air in this game turns into Kirby's Nair in every game past this. And Kirby's up air in this... Wait. Kirby's Nair in this game... What even... Is that even... Is that even in the other games? It's like, it's just...
What are you doing?
It's just a generic kick move. It's like...
What, like Jigglypuff's like normal one?
Yeah. It's like
Hey! That's what you call reused animation.
they also they also I think people dub that like a sex kick, where like it's like where the character like stretches their legs out in like a specific animation. I don't know why it's called that. Well, like I don't know, it's really stupid. But yeah. Let's just go this way.
Ignore me appreciating Persona music.
There we go. Okay. That should unlock, that should give us Luigi after this now.
Last.
Unlock requirement.
Beat the starting beat all starting characters as, break the targets.
Oh, I love how the announcer says a new record. By the way, in the original game.
A new record.
No. Yeah, but it's like he's putting his heart into it. Like
Yeah.
it's the biggest like accomplishment ever. Like the world record is actually just being defeated.
Yeah.
Like a new record.
Yeah.
Like screaming it.
Smash 64 announcer is underrated.
Game set.
Although it's really weird how he says Pikachu. It's like Pikachu.
Pikachu. I'm pretty sure it's like Japanese stuff. Maybe.
Is it just is his name just Pikachu in Japan too?
Pikachu's name is the same in all languages by
Oh, okay.
suggestion of the Pokemon Company.
Oh, okay.
That's why we get Ikue.
Yeah, boy!
Tani.
Yeah, Ikue is always voices. Yeah, it's so they can keep using Pikachu's voice clips.
Mm. Speaking
I'm pretty
of
sure
Pikachu.
Ikue has not changed. I'm pretty sure every single version of Pikachu, but that it is just the exact same clips.
That makes sense. Charmander! Yeah, just
Back in like the early episodes of the anime where Rachel Lillis was dubbing over Pikachu.
Right, when it's like, Pika! Like that.
Maybe, I can't remember.
We're
Watching the anime with Harry.
Oh yeah,
It
we
was
haven't
like-
done that in a while.
it's like when Pikachu's pitch was like much
Lillis
higher.
filler hell, that's why.
It was when Pikachu's pitch was much higher, right?
Hmm.
Probably. I wonder if Rachel Lillis can still do that voice.
Yeah. God, I keep on...
Harry, you're not using the copy abilities much.
I don't really use that with Kirby. I usually just stick with his general moveset.
Like with Kirby in general.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just help like the copy ability unless you really want to do a sucking cut.
Yeah. Cause like, most of the time, the neutral special isn't probably not gonna be that helpful. I don't know. I just feel like most of the time his general moveset is just more useful.
It all just depends on who he's copying.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, he flat out copies a divine weapon if he copies Violet.
Yeah. And I mean, like, Shulks is probably like one of the most useful because you get the Monado arts.
I like how he doesn't even use the Monado, so like...
Yeah. Speed!
Speed! Yeah! What's that? Smash!
Yeah. Alright. Okay. Oh, that was a complete waste of a life.
Thunder! Air Thunder! Arc Thunder! On!
Yeah.
Anyone just remember the like deluge of Smash Wii U and 3DS trailers where We just have to hear every attack from the character getting focused on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a very oddly specific complaint, but it was a little annoying.
Mm. Like having to like hear them talk about every individual move.
You have so
And
many
they were
tones.
just-
You know I use them so many times. That's why I carry my lemon sword.
Smash trailers where characters talk throughout the entirety of it are not my preferred method anyways.
That's fair.
Thank you, Shelby.
Ah crap. I don't want to waste my jumps too
Best
early.
of those, my favorite of that kind of that style is probably Little Max, and that's probably because it's just Doc Lewis doing it.
Yeah, that works in that sense.
Because it's treated like a montage, basically.
Yeah. I love how his trailer is pretty much just a montage from Punch Out Wii just up to 11.
And then he hits Sandbag.
Yeah.
I just like it just has how it ends with them just eating chocolate.
Yeah. And then Samus just kind of rolling by.
Oh, I love that bit where just like comparing her their heights.
Oh yeah, it's like doo-doo.
Ding
And
ding.
that just spawned a random ship between the two characters because, you know, violence is love.
Yeah, like just because of that small interaction, people started shipping Mac and Samus, which is kind of funny.
Nothing new. You guys shit all the time.
Yeah.
People
Yeah, I think,
argue.
like, a lot of fan art's cute, but I'm like, this is such a weird thing to spawn from.
Yeah, it's like, oh god. I like this one image where it's like I'd be in guys like like this big, and then Samus is just not impressed at all.
Uh-huh, sure. Points at Ridley.
Yeah.
Rather points at to stale Ridley.
Yeah. Alright, can we not die, please?
Ridley's trailer actually probably has to be one of my favorites.
I just love how vicious it is.
I love how vicious it is.
Hey, man,
It is.
for games I like his
Because, like,
trailer.
Well, no, because Ridley's trailer is Ridley. That's pure Ridley.
Yeah, he's like like a monster. Like
I also like how he spins Mario's hat on his finger like it's Cappy.
yeah, he's just like
Like blatantly Mario's animation he's doing.
like he's like it's like he's like blatantly just trolling. Like he's like he's more than just a monster because like he's actually like really intelligent.
Yeah.
Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's
Some more.
he's not like cruel, I guess.
Yeah, he's not mindless.
I wouldn't say cruel's mindless. He's just
No.
goofy.
Yeah, because Ridley is definitely like the most like just probably the most like deadly character in Smash, like in terms of just I'm gonna kill I'm gonna kill people.
There's like reminds me of the one thing like one thing I can kind of agree with to a degree is there's this one of the game theory videos is that Ridley's side B is actually probably one of the most deadly things.
Or like just dragging across the ground.
Because I think it can actually outspeed Big Blue.
Yeah, because it like out prioritizes like that stuff.
Yeah, and like he actually makes him go faster than Big Blue, I think. So,
Yeah.
you see, imagine them skidding their faces along the ground.
Yeah.
Imagine that just from watching Subspace Emissary cutscenes.
Yeah,
Samus
like-
just got destroyed.
Yeah, like there was like no warning for it either. He just comes in and just grabs her.
I also do like the gameplay story integration where, because Pikachu's Thunder actually does quite a bit of a lot more damage to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets stunned and everything. What were we saying?
Yeah, Yeah, that's just. I feel like. What am I saying? Like, his ultimate trailer showed more personality for Ridley than really any Metroid game could ever do.
Hmm. Well, I know in like the manga, they have Ridley talk and like kind of mock Samus a little bit.
My audio just cut out completely.
Oh.
I think Jason dropped.
I'm here.
Is he okay?
I'm fine. Harry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Scrappy, can you hear me?
Scrappy.
Here.
Jason's asking if she can hear him.
He's what?
Hello?
Can you not hear Scrappy? Oh, can you not hear Jason, Xavier? Oh, Scrappy. I'm getting names completely messed up. What am I doing?
Can you not hear me?
I'm gonna drop the call for a moment.
Okay. What was wrong with me?
Are you tired?
Yeah,
Scrappy?
maybe a little bit. I don't know.
There you are.
Yes. Hi, Xavier. How are you doing?
You're off.
What?
Ridley has always been an enigma to me, just the juxtaposition of the lumbering, deadly beast, and he's also an intelligent leader of the space pirates,
Yeah.
and a genius who apparently built his own mechanical robot body. Like, is that what happened?
I think.
Don't show
That-
this stuff!
Yeah.
That, it's either that or it's just like he probably like designed it out. Yeah, designed it at least.
Yeah.
If he didn't do it himself, he at least probably had his pirates like work on it with him or something.
Yeah.
I don't think Metro games necessarily quote-unquote need heavy story, but this would probably help.
Metroid, I feel like, is a series that benefits from like storytelling in the background, like.
I feel it's more like it works better with lore than story, if that makes sense.
Like just seeing the environments, and like getting like different, because I know, like Metroid Prime lets you scan stuff and you can get like, get a lot of information from that.
Yeah, because it's hard. Because the only bit of things that like, because Samus never talks during that at all. Like, there's no
Right.
dialogue or in terms of. I think the only thing she gets is a couple like notes in the Chozo artifacts and such or something like that.
Mhm.
Because like maybe some of the notes are written in from her or something like that. In terms of her perspective.
Right.
I mean, or that is like, or that, or it's just like a natural like encyclopedia or something.
I would like to think that's like Samus specifically, but I don't know.
That bit's confusion though, where it's like around the end where she actually does get awarded.
Hmm.
Have you played Fusion?
Me, no.
I love Fusion. Because around the end of the story, Samus actually does talk back to her computer.
Right.
It's kind of interesting. It's,
Oh
I
my
think
God.
it's probably one of the better stories.
Hmm.
I think it's currently the latest game in terms of the timeline.
Yeah, it's the last game in the timeline currently.
Yeah, because of I know it has to be over. I know it's because Metro. I know it's over. I'm having Wrath to Super Metroid,
Yeah.
and I think that goes straight into then I think it goes into Fusion.
I don't know.
There's a gap at least. I know that.
Cause I know it.
But computer, she named the computer after Adam.
Right. Cause I know it goes like Metroid 1, Prime Trilogy. I think. Cause I still count that as canon.
There's still a debate if that's even canon.
I would consider it canon. I don't like. I mean, especially since there's Metroid Prime 4 coming out now, I feel like counting it as non-canon is just silly at this stage. I don't know, but like regardless, from what I understand, it goes Metroid 1, Prime games, Metroid 2, Super, Other M, Fusion.
Super have to go together. Or I guess if we're gonna go, you can also say Zero Mission.
Right. Well, Zero Mission or Metroid 1, either way. Yeah, it's like
I really wish it could. I really wish it could Super Metroid.
I would really like them to like actually make Metroid 5 though, 'cause like Fusion's been the end of the timeline for like how long?
I don't know.
Approaching 20
Also, by the
years
way-
now.
Also, by the way, Fusion is not friendly to a first timer.
I think Fusion,
It's linear. It's the most linear Metroidvania. But the problem is, early game, you have like no health.
Hmm.
Enemies can take you out in so few hits because like I think the implication is you know what happens in Fusion, right? Like why?
Yeah, the whole like suit thing, like
the parasites that infected her suit that made the SAX.
yeah.
It's because she needed the Metroid DNA. She got to use the Metroid DNA so her body can naturally just like destroy the virus, the parasite.
Mhm.
But her suit had to be removed. And she has now the fusion suit, which I think is like some kind of. I think it's supposed to be her various suit, or not her various suit, her power suit rather. Like mixed in with it, because I think the power suit is more what the Chozo gave her.
Right.
The various suit is the one with the big circle shoulders.
Okay.
That's the one that's her more iconic design is the various suit.
Mhm.
The power suit is like a weaker, like more skin type look.
Right.
Area suit is to Samus what Super Mario is to Mario.
Yeah. The various suit is you know that's from Other M. It's the heat protection.
Right. I still find it kind of funny how they went with that design for Smash 4. Samus.
Other M design.
Yeah, they based it heavily.
I like the Other M design. It's sleek.
Yeah.
Like, it was the most recent. Sorry, go on, Jason.
Oh god.
You can call the Other M design based on the knees.
Yeah.
Because the knees are more because the knees pointed up are a bit more spiky, I guess.
Mm.
Like they're sharper. It's like more. It looks more like a weapon, though. I guess if she like kind of kick her legs up.
Yeah.
And it's also just like the design also just looks cleaner.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a popular opinion among Metroid fans, but I do like the Other M various suit.
Oh no, I'm not.
That's fine.
Anybody disagree? Because like that, her design. That's probably it is one of her better various suits. It's cleaner. It's what
I see Smash fans getting mad whenever the fact that it's still stuck in Smash Brothers, but that might just be Other M residual hate coming from.
Yeah,
Other M.
it's definitely because of no,
Let that go. It's been a decade.
I feel like we've grown since those days.
Oh no,
I
we
don't know.
have not.
Okay, rather, I'd like to think.
I know. Well, I
think that too, but if Prime 4 isn't a 10 out of 10, where that fandom's going to burn itself to the ground again, and I'm not looking forward to it.
well, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with like voicing complaints, because like if you just
I love how one of the complaints about ORM was there's not enough secrets breaking.
I mean,
It wasn't built for it though. I mean,
It wasn't built for
fair
I'm
criticism, but it's
saying-
just not built for it.
I'm just saying I find that's an amusing thing to make as a overall complaint.
I mean, I feel like
It's like an unintentional thing. It's a complaint. It's a complaint.
well, the thing with that though is that it's more of like a big picture thing because the way OverM is designed is just so anti-Metroid that it's like it always just fights you like, oh, you want to try and explore for items and stuff, and like a lot of the time doors just block your progress. Whereas like other games,
like the end game or something, right?
yeah. Whereas like other games, usually.
I will say that Fusion, to a degree, is still kind of bad with that. But no, that's just the linear design.
Wait, did
But it's
Luigi?
it still allows you to go off the beaten path on occasion. But I think it's more like OverM just pretty much doesn't let you do it at all, for what I know.
Yeah. Like, OverM is really... It got really frustrating, because it's like... Oh, there's
it's too focused on story, I think, is what it is.
Like, oh, there's like an item, like a room away from where I am. Door's locked. Okay, fine. Sure. Okay, what am I doing wrong exactly? Because we don't have Luigi.
There is infusion. You technically, I think the game technically lets you access the ice area or the fire area. But the thing is, it's just like, I think Adam is just like, I really don't recommend it since you'll probably die as soon as you go there.
Yeah.
And he's right.
But I don't know. I don't.
I tried going to the tropic area. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first off, let's just see what I'm doing wrong.
I do recommend you play Fusion at one point.
I mean, I will. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, unlock Luigi by completing break the targets of all 8 starting characters, and then you'll find him on Peach's castle.
Why don't you go to target? Why don't you just go to the target test like in the menu?
I can try. I don't really understand why it's not.
It's maybe just being a little picky.
So I'll try. I'll try clearing Kirby's again. See if that works.
What? Because you do have all 8 of them clear. All of the was it 10 actually main characters? Yeah. Well, there's 12 in the main roster, right? Including the unlocks.
Including the unlocks is 12.
So you have to clear with the first 8.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I actually really do like the bonus theme.
Yeah, that's fine. No,
I miss for the platforms.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's really bizarre.
It's not Pokemon!
Yeah. You know,
Now you're trying to get Luigi?
Yeah, now we can get Luigi. I don't know, I can understand with the fact that, like, some complaints can be a bit ridiculous sometimes, but, say, like, Metroid Prime 4 comes out and it's, like, bad. I don't think it's, I think it's fine for people to voice their complaints, because, like, if we just end up, eating up garbage like that, it's just not gonna do any good for anyone. Because, like, Nintendo will think it's okay, and, like, it's just gonna cause a snowball effect that no one will want.
Not saying to not voice complaints, I'm just saying be judicious with it. Like,
I mean, there's always, like...
taking the corpse of a dead game a decade on is a little... can get a little obnoxious at points.
Okay, don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, there's
you know, don't make petitions to cancel games before they release, Metroid fans. Yes, I'm gonna hold that against you.
Yeah, yeah, that's like going way overboard. I can understand being frustrated.
Yeah, I can understand it because the timing was really bad.
Yeah, the timing was really bad, and the frustration is warranted, but like can't like petitioning for the game to be cancelled is like, yeah, no.
Here's the thing. I say to the people who would that petition. Did you really think it was going to work?
Yeah, petitions like rarely ever work, so it's like,
Yeah, because the thing about the petitions is yeah, it shows that how many people are now okay with this, but that doesn't mean you had the final say.
yeah, because like that's basically asking like a group of developers to just look at some random group of people, just be like, we want you to cancel this game, and then okay, let's just abruptly throw all these man hours out the window. Just like, okay, we're gone now.
You do, yeah. I was gonna say, it's like, you realize how much that this costs time and money to do, right?
Yeah. I
Question,
feel.
You know.
Yeah.
better question to ask is, do you think Nintendo will actually care? And I don't think they will particularly. I don't think they care that much. They had more pressing matters to deal with in 2015.
I mean, I guess. Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna run a bath.
Yeah.
I think Xavier just sent me.
Like, if we had like, Samus Returns or something, like if we had a promise of that,
Kind of did promise that they said in 2014 we're considering a 2D Metroid and a 3D Metroid, and they did that.
Yeah. Oh. Well, this is disturbing and funny at the same time. I'm handing it to you.
Okay. I feel like it. I feel like they should have said that during the Federation Force thing though, because like that's just in general just gonna cause a gut reaction.
I don't think they should be announcing remakes like 2 years out from when they would actually release, because that's how you want it with Prime 4's announcement. Still not released.
Well, the thing.
Prime 4 is in its own kind of case right now, thanks to it having to start over.
I don't think they necessarily have to say specifics, but like if they I don't know, like during the Federation Force announcement, they go by saying like, don't worry, like actual Metroid games are in the works. This isn't the only thing that's happening. If they just something like that when they announced Federation Force, I don't think it would have gone like so much hate as it did.
But still gotten dislike bomb. Like, I think Metroid fans are just out for blood between 2010 and 2017. Like, you remember Tropical Freeze's announcement.
I do feel like both parties are to blame. To be honest, like I will agree that the fans overreacted to a point of exhaustion, but I don't think Nintendo really handled it any better. And I don't know. I feel like they could have done it in a better way, so the whole thing could have been avoided.
Seeing other RAM as it was, just kind of casually, was the equivalent of dropping a farting and then just leaving the room quietly, but
yeah.
That said, even if they, the kind of corporation would shut up. Even if they had sent Tanabe to actually explain what this game was, they would have still probably gotten dislike bombed. I don't think, because I'm sorry, I just don't give the fandoms the benefit of the doubt at this point. They have not exactly earned it.
You know, speaking of dislike bomb, I'm still like to imagine like Sakurai just like every time he announces the character nobody's gonna like, he's just like, yeah, hey, he sees the dislike bar, he's just like sitting there sipping his tea. He's like, I know what I did.
I forget that Randy guy putting up the buy left poster.
Oh, I love that.
That is hilarious.
His face when he was doing that was the best.
I do feel kind of bad for him though, cause like, I feel like they just again prepared to announce a character and then just finding out that like loads of people just hate it. It's just, I don't know. I feel like that would probably hurt you quite a bit.
Hey, in my defense, I didn't choose this. Nintendo did.
Also, what is with Luigi's pose in these classic images? He's like,
You mean the one where he looks bored?
no, what? Like he's just like doing a weird pose in front of the camera. Like, what the hell?
Luigi is just, he is in his own little world in Smash Brothers.
He's so bizarre.
I
and-
wonder when he comes out of the pipe.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, how's it
Yeah.
going?
Also, you gotta love how in this game in Melee, he's just a high-pitched Mario. Like,
Both Martinet had difficulties doing Luigi's voice early on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Star KO is still the funniest thing ever, and they should bring that back.
I never learned how to read.
His up B is like the other games, isn't it?
Luigi's?
Yeah. It should
I
be
think
the...
he still, yeah, I think he still has the super punch. I guess that's called. Is there a name for that?
Super Jump
Punch.
There we go.
What is it called?
Super
Jump Punch.
Yeah.
That's the sweet spot. What?
No, that's just the name of the move. I think I think that's what Mario's is called too.
I know Dr. Mario technically has a different term for it.
Okay.
They're all just doctor terms. I know that. I like how his down throw is just called. No, I like how his down air is called clear in Ultimate.
Doesn't he like shove like a prescription in your face for his side B?
I think that's what he's doing. Cause I know in Melee it was just a
Might
cape.
be.
Yeah, in Melee and Smash 4 it's just a cape, but
I always thought it was like just a list of something. Like it never
The only
looked like a
reason
cake
Dr.
to me
Mario-
because
Main reason Dr. Mario is worse than Mario is the fact that his cape doesn't instead of give him a little bit of a push.
yeah, his recovery's much worse because of that.
Yeah, if he had a little bit of a lift, he'd probably be a lot better.
And also because he has just less air mobility.
Yeah, I mean on the stage he's something to be feared.
Yeah.
But also, he has probably one of the most satisfying back throws I've ever seen.
Yeah, I just love how no nonsense it is.
Yeah, it's just a general yeet! Over the shoulder, that's fucking awesome. Right?
Yeah.
Like the most straightforward throw in the game.
It is kind of funny how. Oh god.
I
That
love
kinda
watching him
sucked.
punch Bowser over his shoulder.
Yeah.
So long, gay Bowser! I mean, I know that's pretty much what Mario's spin throw is. That's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's meant to be a
himself.
64 thing.
Yeah.
I mean, his I know like the general his neutral aim combo and the down smash are based on stuff from 64.
Oh yeah, the down smash is the breakdance kick.
Yeah, they made that. They specifically designed it in Ultimate to make it look like directly from that game. But
Animation and all.
yeah, like in Ultimate, it's like point for point.
Woo! I just love that sound.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know if I need to
I'm trying to think of other throw, like back throws or something, or like that are just like really satisfying to look at. You know, it's just like something like that's like there's just something about like a straightforward throw that just makes it feel that makes it feel so satisfying.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Mario's back throw is also one of the strongest in the game.
Probably.
Cause like I remember getting a back throw and they get sent flying.
Yeah.
Like it kills relatively early edge, I think.
Yeah.
It's like there's that Dr. Mario power is really starting to show. I don't know. I guess because like I don't play heavies, but I guess Dr. Mario's the closest I got.
I suppose.
Because that's
Stuff.
again, and even though he's technically the same weight as Mario.
Yeah. It's really weird because and it's funny how out of the Smash 4 clones, Dr. Mario was the first one to like earn his own roster spot. Which is, I don't know, kind of funny because like I feel like Lucina and Dark Pit probably have more potential for a new moveset, but they'd have to like completely rework them.
I get why they don't have a new moveset.
They'd have to completely rework them, but I feel
like well, not even that. That's not what I'm talking about. Like why they're clones. Like in context.
I mean, I get it, yeah.
Like Dark Pit is Pit. That's
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah.
And Lucina's style is based off Marth. Well, rather, it's an improved version of her father's style.
Yeah.
And she's trying to copy Marth more.
Yeah. I just find it's just kind of funny because like if they try to give those characters like more restructuring, I guess, they probably could come up with something more unique than Dr. Mario's moveset, but you know.
Did you see that post? Did you see that post I sent you the other day, by the way?
Which one?
Things that have aged poorly.
I don't remember.
Hang on, I'll find it again.
Metroid fans might age poorly in like whenever Prime 4 comes out.
I think it was well, one of them was things that have aged poorly and shows the Metroid Prime 4 thing. Oh, I found it.
Like qualified as aging poorly if they
it.
never gave a release date.
I found the thing. Well, I found the thing I was looking for. I'll put it in No Mic Girls. All right.
Okay.
There you are.
Really qualify as aging poorly if they never announced a release date.
There it is. Look at No Mic Girls.
Cancelled, then it's poorly aged.
Oh god.
Alright. Grab your look.
Oh, this is something else that's poor. This one has really poorly aged. You know, like this, for context, for those, because obviously you guys can't read it. For context, it's the Palutena's guidance from Super Smash. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U about Robin. Prom, who was an NPC in that game.
What? I don't know.
Prom, who was an NPC in Smash Wii U, cameos in that guidance, and the Kid Icarus cast is basically just roasting him for being too similar to Ike. And
yeah, I'm good. I might be like myself at least. You know, I'll just mute myself and just listen.
Okay.
The guidance is they're doing guidance for Robin. That's their thing in Smash Brothers, and Prom guest cameos back when he was still an NPC in Smash Brothers, and the Kid Icarus cast is basically just roasting him for not being playable, and Viridian kind of lampshades that he would probably have been just an Ike clone if he had actually been in the game. Ignoring the irony of the fact that he's not directly an Ike clone in Smash Ultimate.
And they also say
on the what now? Harry?
I was gonna say also they make fun of the fact of like, oh, you don't have an E for A for recovery like Ike, do you? And then that's just his recovery move.
I wouldn't be
ignoring
surprised if that's why I gave it to him.
That would be hilarious.
I mean, it's also unfortunate in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, because his recovery's much worse than Roy's.
Yeah, if he had Roy's, or at least some variant of Roy's, it'd be a lot better.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, he has Dancing Blade, and Ike's up B. So, like, he doesn't have, like, Roy's up B, you can use it, it has a decent, like, horizontal and vertical range. And Ike has his side B, which is good for horizontal distance. And Chrom just has the up B, which is fine vertically, but, like, it's not gonna get you anywhere, like across the stage.
It's also very exploitable.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I think that's the trying to do, like, they're probably trying to do it as a trade-off for the power that he gets.
I mean, he's definitely one of the more unique Echo fighters. So.
In the sense that he's, like, a combination.
Yeah. Because, like, you're not gonna get, like...
It's funny, if he had, like, either of the other potential side or upbeats, he'd be better.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of recovery.
Yeah.
Something that would think of performance, that would actually be something to consider.
Yeah. Oh god, I didn't realize that was a
unstoppable.
shield break.
I'm being honest.
Because, you know, like...
From being
Dancing
unstoppable
Blade-
would be the ultimate revenge.
Ah.
Because Dancing Blade is an important part of the main sword Fire Emblem character's defensive style.
It's also a really good
Like-
move in Ultimate.
Yeah, like I said, it's a very important part of their offensive style.
Yeah, it's kind of complete garbage in Melee, but yeah.
I think for Marth and Lucina, doesn't it like carry them forward slightly?
Yeah, the first hit...
In the air?
Yeah, I think the first hit, like, kind of gives you some air drift.
Is it just Marth and Lucina? Or is it...
I think it's all of them, I could be wrong. I know
Like the guy, even putting aside the just kind of ha-ha irony of Chrom actually becoming playable down the line. It's kind of hypocritical to complain about lack of uniqueness, screwing Chrom over when Dark Pit's right next to them.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Oh man.
It's like, he's only an Echo in the sense that his moveset is, that his base set is so similar.
Yeah.
Fast.
I mean, he actually would, reasonably would. Like, I think it's more makes sense if he had that kind of buffy, because I think he actually does do it in the cutscene.
Yeah.
But if there is an important move for like lineage.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Lucina will always inherit Aether in Awakening.
Okay, let's just make
It's
sure
like
I
how
clear
skill how skill inheritance works is like the bottom skill that the parents of the second generation have is what they'll inherit, but except for Chrom. Except for in Chrom case. He'll always give Aether to daughters and Rightful King to sons.
Huh. Alright then. Okay.
Because Lucina's the only one who can learn it naturally.
Oh, okay.
Too bad she gets Aether by default.
Nice.
This is important if you're gonna try to do like lunatic runs.
A lunatic,
Very
but I'm not
important.
doing a run on Fire Emblem anytime soon because I'm broke.
Oh, I actually cleared Lunatic Classic mode.
Wait,
Wasn't
what? No.
fun.
Did
It
that
was
wrong.
If I ever play
interesting.
Fire Emblem, permadeath is getting turned off. That's
I only did it. I only did it because I felt like I could. Because Awakening is pretty easy, in my opinion.
No, I feel like most people would agree with that.
I mean, Lunatic mode is still hard, but it's like the mechanics just kind of can make it open up. They can't make they can tear it open a bit more.
Ah, damn it.
Pair up is so broken. There's a reason why that's Robin's final smash.
I still find
It's
it
also
funny.
really funny that he still has that actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like how he still has that. So you can and like isn't Chrom's Mii Fire outfit still there too?
All playable characters' Meat Fighter outfits are still there.
Yeah, so you could have
Chrome.
like
It's Chrome.
Chrome.
Yes, from the Fire Emblem.
So you could have a fight where you have like oh damn it
Chrome,
you can have
and Robin doing the final smash.
yeah, so you just have like Chrome being up being up on Chrome while Chrome is just in the background.
You know what's weird? Lucina doesn't get a line for beating Chrome.
Almost like Kron was at the last second.
Probably, well, he wasn't.
We sure, like, didn't
Oh,
Kron
Yes,
block
because
the
I'm pretty
King
sure
Fanfare
I'm
when
pretty
he
sure
won
there's at least one or two
initially?
more directs before the game's out.
Well, that doesn't really explain like how these characters were done. Like, cause like the what is it? What am I trying to say? The Echo Fighters are like meant to be bonus content. Like they wouldn't add them if they had like no time left.
And now they're important. And now the differences are that much more important.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I do feel like Crom and like the others are probably last minute additions where like okay, we got
Well, Dark Phantom feels even more last minute, to be honest.
yeah, but like it's like we got like we got our main roster now. We have like a good chunk of development time left. Let's just add in these Echo Fires.
I almost thought you were gonna say Heartless. I'm like, we're not there yet, Harry.
I mean,
Soon. That's gonna be an interesting playthrough. Anyways,
it'd be
where are we?
funny if you were like, it's like insinuating that Sora would get into Smash.
Damn it! How'd you
So
know?
you don't use any like alternate colors.
Yeah, I don't.
It kind of reminds me. I miss Ike's Crom colors.
I'll try
The white one.
I'll try using the alts when I for the other games. I don't really play 64 that much. Like I've only really played through this game besides this like once. So
By the way, actually, while I'm still talking about Fire Emblem stuff, do you prefer Small Ike or Buff Ike?
Dude.
I feel like I'm more leaning towards Small Like, honestly.
You just like
For the brawl
like,
nostalgia, Smash 3DS and Wii U, like for, well, when I want to play someone muscular.
Yeah, I just like his design better. I don't know.
Is it like the cape and all that?
Most of it is the face, honestly.
Or you just like the more youthful stuff, or do you just don't like the
Yeah.
ruggedness?
That's one way to put it. Like, I don't really care to look at, like, manly men, so, you know.
Not ever man. We have.
I have a great franchise for you. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I still kind of miss Ike's like color 8 from 4, the Chrome color. Like the white and blue.
I know why they got rid of it because, well, they had to get rid of 4 costumes for the younger Ike.
Yeah. I do find it kind of...
Lost my train of thought.
You had your train of thought. Were you trying to say something earlier?
I was
scrappy.
like, I was
Oh,
wondering why he lost it, but then I realized, oh wait, he had to accommodate 4 slots for his younger costume in Ultimate. Since Chron's already
Wario
made
used to
playable,
have,
might as
like,
well just take it
16
out.
colors.
I miss like designated team colors.
Remember when Wario? Yeah, Wario used to have like 16 colors.
Overall.
I think. I
And
know.
it was like
I know.
they had like that for like 6 or so for his biker and for his normal.
I do know that Little Mac had like 16 for Smash 4.
Because wireframe and normal.
Yeah, but like they just in Ultimate they just have like 2 wireframe costumes or something.
Ultimate is the first time where every character has the exact same amount of costumes, except for the Mii's, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Yeah, I don't know why they have to always have it 8. Like, if you can have more, then why not? Because I know they specifically got rid of Fire Mario, which is weird because if you look at there's like this concept art image of like old ideas for the battlefield, and Fire Mario was part of the pictures. So yeah, I don't know, it's just weird.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna defend the fact that they took it out. I'm just saying at least he got costumes.
Yeah,
I mean, that kind of makes up for it, but not really.
I like the new costumes.
Like Wedding Mario and Building Mario.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, it's just kind of.
I think I still prefer using just Mario, but
That's fair. Like, it's just annoying because, like, I've always used Fire Mario, so it's just kind of, eh.
yeah, they kept Fire Luigi.
Yeah. Luigi.
I brought this up several times, but I really missed the feature from Smash 3DS.
Do you want to?
In Smash 3DS, it would save the last color that you
Oh,
used.
that. Yeah.
Like cause it's I get why, cause it's saved to the console more so, I believe. Cause it's saved to the username tied to the 3DS. So it's not like it's saving multiple names, I guess, as much.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Cause I just really like that how you can just shut it off, come back, and then it still remembers it.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't have to scramble through the long loading screens to find the color.
Yeah, it's also funny when, like, you have to wait a while for the costume to show up in Ultimate.
It's like partially the reason why we only have...
It's like I'd be waiting for Castlevania Judgment or something.
Damn it.
Have you seen how long it takes to look those alternate colors? It's like horrendously long.
That's ostensibly the reason why we only have 8 costumes each for everyone in Ultimate, because
a lot of characters.
Costumes take a while to load, and they take a while to load because the renders that they use are very high detailed, and Sakurai has said that they're kind of hard to make.
I feel like
probably
it's
one of the reasons why we don't get alternate costume DLC outside of the Mii's, and they don't use real renders, and it shows.
Yeah, those aren't renders. Those are just the models, made to look like renders.
It's also probably just a byproduct of how many characters we have.
Yeah.
It's like, they have to load in, like, all these different costumes at once. Whereas, like, the other games didn't really have to worry about that.
Yeah. How many
8 alternate colors per 76 characters is enough.
Yeah.
Including each individual Mii and all the DLCs, how many characters are there now?
As of now, 82.
Is that including Echoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so plus 6. That'll be 88.
I never consider Echoes as like combined slot. I never do that.
Well, you don't count them as like an extra number?
I count them, no, I don't count, like, Peach Daisy as one slot.
Oh, so you count Echo separately?
I count them all completely separately. I never do that thing where they combine them on the list.
Oh, okay.
Stack Echoes, I'm too lazy to I don't want to, first of all, and I'm just lazy to go to the option to do it.
Yeah.
To me, like, I tried having the menu like that, it's like, it actually feels oddly cumbersome to do that.
It doesn't feel right. I mean, it's just because like we're used to. I feel like a lot of it is that we're used to having all the characters just be there normally.
I get why they do that, but it's just like I don't like how I have to like switch Peach and then click Peach and then move the icon over to pick Daisy.
Yeah.
I main Daisy, so I'm just gonna keep her like out
I
in the
keep her
open.
on. I just treat everybody like because like here's why I treat everybody as separate because even the echoes are different enough that they kind of don't feel like they are just should be one slot together.
Oh, we need.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it, but we should have a playable Toad just so Scrappy can reenact his fanfic and just like hammer Toad in with Daisy.
If you want context for that, Jason, you need to read my fanfiction, The Super Mario Show, available on fanfiction.net.
Oh god. I have seen this pretty cool fan trailer for Toad where like Peach gets her like neutral special out, but then Toad just jumps out of the way and it's just like Toad breaks free.
One of my favorite Crom ones when he was announced was Crom finally gets off the floor. Cause that was the big meme of Smash 4.
Yeah.
After the Robin Lucina reveal. You just bomb on the floor.
Oh man.
And then people were just making fun of it like there are better places to take a nap than on the ground, you know.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I guess I'll get my chance another day. No, you'll get it today. Also female Robin.
P.S. You can play as the female character.
Big brother is now big sister.
Oh,
wow,
God.
he's better.
Oh god. I don't know if...
Oh, that was the worst one.
Context.
Poor trailer was so bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, badly
I
acted.
I can promise you this: the actual acting in the game is much better. Because that's
Yeah.
not the cut. They
I
didn't rip
actually
the cut.
find
They
at
didn't
least
rip
his whiny, he's my brother, kind of endearing.
my brother. It's not like that in actual Fates.
Or at
It's
least
actually a lot more serious
I,
reading.
I don't hate her, she's wholesome.
She is wholesome. That's why she. And too bad she dies of birthright.
Oh
I'm not
boy.
even joking.
Thank you for spoiling that.
Well, don't you...
People who may not play Fates.
Don't play birthright.
Well, don't you, like, have to, like, just kill everyone on the other family?
Alicia's cutscene.
Oh. Okay.
Warren has issues, he and his two families.
I mean, he has to do with two families on opposite sides of a war. What do you? Of course, he has issues.
Isn't
All
he
this for
like
a
a...
share?
Isn't he like a
All the
pacifist
issues.
or pacifist or something as well, or what?
Ostensibly.
Wait, what's your question, Harry?
Corin, isn't he supposed to be a pacifist?
He hates battles.
Okay.
He's trying to find a most peaceful resolve to an answer into a situation he can't. That during early battles in Revelations, like the enemies to defeat apparently are just knocked out.
Huh.
You know, with swords
Yeah.
and magic.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just love
I
that one.
told my. Hey, how about Batman and his rubber bullets in his tank?
Oh god. Yeah, there's no way people didn't die in Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight. No, trust me, he's not running them.
Fighting Polygon getting knocked out by the bomb.
He's not running people over. As soon as he drives by, just concussive like shock or something that pushes them away.
I love this.
Like,
I love his video
What did you say, Harry?
where it's like Batman's like Batman and Alfred in the Batcave, and he's like having the Batmobile filled with all these kind of like weapons that aren't like just flat out guns. Like
Yeah.
like missile launchers and such. It's just and Alfred's calling him out on it. It's like it's not a gun.
Oh man, that's funny. I love this
Hey,
video.
why do I nuke in there? Not a gun.
I love this video where it's like Arkham Knight. It's like Batman just kind of walking down the road or something, and then and then the Batmobile just kind of falls on top of him.
Falls out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like it just like drops.
One of the coolest parts about Arkham Knight is like getting the Batmobile at the speed and then leaping out of it and just gliding above the city.
I do find it kind of weird that they got rid of the Batwing though. Like I feel like that game.
Fast travel.
Yeah, like I feel like that game kind of needs a fast travel. I mean.
Or is the fast travel?
Yeah, but you had it like if you had it in the last game, I don't know. I mean, I know it's different developers, but like, I feel like it's.
It's better to do it like the Spider-Man PS4 way. There are fast travels there, but you don't need to use them.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, you kind of feel more up because the gameplay is so fun to swing around everywhere. You kind of don't want to unless you really just want to transport.
Yeah. It's like just the convenience of it. Like, even if you don't necessarily need it, just having the option there is always nice.
Right.
Because I know for a fact, like when I was playing through Jak 2, like going back and like through the city over and over again got tiring after a while.
And then Jak 2 had to back travel like
in my presence.
Oh, you don't like Jak 2?
I don't like traveling around the vehicles of Jak 2.
Yeah.
And Jak 3 has like the carrier thing that keep you straight from Haven City to Spargus.
He sucks.
What?
Haven City sucks.
Haven City's at least better than 3 than it is 2 to a degree.
Yeah.
I rage quit Jak 2, so I wouldn't even know what Jak 3 is like.
Oh, you didn't play Jak 3? Okay.
Better.
Jak 3 is a lot easier, and the areas are a lot more condensed, so you're not like going around the city tank for 10 years.
Too.
Yeah, there's more areas. There's more areas, but the
Smaller.
they're smaller and easier to get around.
Yeah, it's just like more smaller areas compared to less bigger ones.
A lot on Jak 2, a lot of the missions that got under my skin were really the ones in the hub world, like the one where you had to. Spoilers, I guess. Whatever. I don't care. The one where you have to like escort like Kid Jak, across the city. Like that sucks.
Hope you had Dark Jak powers ready.
Yeah.
And the Peacemaker or something. Or the Vulcan gun.
Alright, well, this is the last time we're seeing the credits, so I'm actually gonna play them this time. Yeah.
I still remember the song decently. Okay, I'm going to stop now.
And, oh, thank you for the music. Misspelled Mario and Luigi's voice actor.
Yeah, Charles Martinet. Like, knee.
I guess I announced it, but...
I think they do have I think actually the Smash 4 credits, they actually do have a name listed wrong. Congratulations!
Well, Charles Martinet's voice was spelt wrong, so...
What was it spelled as again?
It was... Instead of having a T at the end, it's just another E. So it's just Charles Martinet.
Martinet. Martinet.
Oh, God. I do like this thing, though.
Path to fair you.
Oh, that's shorter than I expected. Alright. Okay.
If you think you'll get the best of me, you'll have a difficult task before you.
Oh god, not that again. Okay, I did clear all of these, right?
V. Lamau.
You know what I was trying to do, right?
I know. Vila. I just love that Vila now.
Okay. So time to. It's really weird how instead of like changing the rules to team in the actually versus menu, it's like a separate rule here. It's kind of
Team battle.
it's kind of funky. Okay.
Free for all. Wait, I said that wrong.
How can this do this damage?
Put the handicap to max. Just have one poke be like max smash attack or something.
Yeah.
What's that, Bernardo? Lawrence times 1,000? I love that video.
So what I'm gonna do is just, because you haven't seen it, and because there's a chance for Mew to show up, I'm just gonna put Pokeballs on very high, and just play on Mushroom Kingdom. So
Why Mushroom Kingdom specifically?
because it's the stage that you unlock, and we haven't seen it before.
Oh. Man, don't you really hate how you can't do Battlefield or Promise Nation in this game?
A little bit, yeah.
Or Meta Crystal?
Yeah. It's really weird.
I love the Meta Crystal theme.
Oh, do I not have it?
You know,
Oh, here it is.
although I can't listen to Meta Crystal on like sound test because it's missing the you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Alright, let's see how this goes. This is the end of this playthrough, so I will say we didn't really talk that much about the stages, but I do like most of the stages in this game.
It's probably this game by default probably has the best ratio of tournament legal to non-tournament legal stages.
It's only because there's not many.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dang, Hitmonlee went
What
ham.
do you mean in Smash
Yeah.
4? What do you mean? Melee isn't there only 3 stages? You know what I mean?
How many stages in Melee are considered tournament legal? I don't know.
Dreamland 64, Yoshi's Story, Final of Dreams,
Battlefield.
yeah, FD and Battlefield,
Like 5.
Pokemon Stadium. I'm not sure if there's any others.
Turned off everything but the Pokeballs.
Legalize Woohoo Island.
Yeah, these Pokeballs aren't showing up as much as I'd like.
I think it's because Pokeballs, like, typically don't show up in, like, multiples, I guess.
Well, I know in the other...
There.
Well, I know in the other games they, like, show up like mad when you do this. Because I love...
Right?
I love having, Smash
I love an ultimate how multiple stage trophies.
Oh. I love that old
Now you can do
Isabel
it on zero
glitch.
Gappaloos.
Yeah, I love that old Isabel glitch where you can keep copying the same one.
I thought you had not turned Pokeballs up
Anybody
exclusively.
find Raphael?
My bad.
Yeah, I had Pokeballs on exclusively. Crates and capsules are always going to be there. You can't get rid of those.
Oh, that's loud. Hang on.
Oh, Starmie, why are you always jobbing in the anime?
Yeah. It's funny how Starmie gets de-evolved into Staryu in every subsequent game.
Pretty much.
Pretty much as accurate to how Misty treats her Pokemon in the anime proper.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you mean? What do you mean? She doesn't have a star. I mean, she always has a star. You.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny that, what is it? Coughing gets, like, the opposite treatment where, he evolves into, Wheezing in Melee onwards, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god.
So, how is this even possible? Metronome is bullcrap. So what Pokemon have been Pokeball summons in every game? Like Goldeen, definitely.
Yeah, Goldeen.
Mew, I think.
I think?
I know they added like Celebi and Jirachi in like the later ones.
I'm trying to think of the perfect attendees. So Goldeen, Mew, and Snorlax, yes. And I think there's gotta be more.
Remember when Onyx was one?
This game, I think. What was I gonna say? Meowth is a Pokeball summon in every game except Melee for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah. I'll give this. I'm not like too fussed if we don't get Mew, but I'll give it a few. I'll do a few matches.
Gotta like run out the stream time.
Yeah, but this game's essentially done. I'm just kind of just screwing around at this point.
Enjoying the part that everyone likes.
Yeah, the actual smashing. Also, I'm losing track of myself. I keep thinking of Mario.
As soon as you're done, you can finally close the door and let the threads properly roll.
Yeah.
I think Beedrill's an underrated Pokemon design. It's literally just a bee with drills, but...
Yeah, I like Beedrill. I mean, it's simplistic, but it works.
I think of Kanto as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. Like, a lot of Kanto designs are simplistic, but I don't think... I feel like...
First game.
Well, I mean, there's that, and I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. Like, a lot of magic comes from simplicity.
We're told if they were any more detailed on the Game Boy's hardware, they would have looked like absolute messes.
Yeah. I keep on losing track of myself.
Why? How?
Because...
Who? Who are you? Who am I?
Luigi.
Who am I then?
So I keep on thinking of Mario for some reason. Coughing. I know, not necessarily, like Pokeball summons, but I know. Oh, we just got Mew. Nice. Okay, cool.
Oh, game's over. Turn it off.
We could barely see. Could barely see him, but he was there. But yeah, Charizard has basically been in every game, which is kind of cool.
In one way or another.
Yeah, in 64 Melee, he's been a Pokeball summon, and Brawl onwards, he's been a playable character.
Honestly, it's more surprising that Charizard didn't become playable sooner.
I suppose. Well, I feel like a lot of that probably comes down to time restraints, because, you know, 64, I know they had a bunch of characters planned, but they didn't get to include them. And Melee is, like, notoriously known for being rushed, so...
And yet it's arguably the most popular game.
For the reason it's not where I intended, though.
I feel like nowadays that's probably debatable, but it was definitely...
I just remember the Nathaniel Bandy's, like, Smash Bros. Surgery videos. It's just like, like for Smash Sports, like, I know this came before, but it's not Melee.
Yeah. Speaking of Melee, that's what's coming next. So again...
That one.
Yeah, so again, no actual structure to this. It happens when it happens, but I'm actually excited because I'm, like, from Melee onwards, I'm a lot more familiar with that stuff, so that's going to be interesting. Kind of worried about some of the stuff I have to do, but, you know, we'll see what happens.
10,000 hours was it, or something?
Not necessarily that, like, the grinding stuff is going to be more tedious than anything, but, like, stuff like very hard... Nah, no, I'm not gonna do that because, you need to do 1,000 matches to get, like, a food trophy, so, that would... like, unlocking Mewtwo, leaving the game on method will just kind of be counterproductive. But
Oh, because that's
Yeah.
always how I got Mewtwo. Just leave it on for a couple hours.
yeah, but like I am going for all the trophies. So that's just Mewtwo's just gonna
Well, here's the thing. Do you have Wave Racer? Do you have Wave Racer?
what?
There's trophies that are locked behind having games.
I thought that was just Pikmin.
Luigi's Mansion.
Actually, I don't know. Like, how do you get the Mario and Yoshi trophy again?
That was a contest specifically. I do know that there's like a couple trophies like that, but in terms of just the base game, I think it's like 290 trophies overall.
There's also one if you have a Luigi's Mansion save.
I think you can get that by
know.
itself without having a save file of Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, the benefit that Harry has is you're using an emulator, aren't you?
that's true. Well, yeah, I can. Well,
You can just have
Kinda.
of the games on there with a save.
kinda. I'm using
Get reasons like that.
I'm using a thing on the Wii U, but like I'm pretty sure I just need to get a Pikmin safe though. I don't think I need to get anything else because I'm pretty sure everything else you can get in game.
I'm pretty sure there's a Wave Racer in Wii.
Well, I know there's a Luigi's Mansion trophy.
Remember how you can unlock Rosalina in Mario Kart Wii just by having Mario Galaxy?
Yeah, it's
Love
which
that.
which is way easier than the intended method, which is like get all star rankings in like what mirror mode. Like screw that.
Yeah, no, screw that.
It's like
I couldn't do it. I gave up with
Mario Kart Wii is like deceptively difficult to get all the characters in. Like, I don't even think I have everyone in that game.
Never got all the characters in. I like the game, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah, like
you know what it is? It's unfair.
it's unbalanced even for Mario Kart standards, which is like I guess part of the fun. I guess it's kind of part of the fun, but when you're trying to specifically unlock stuff, it's kind of annoying.
If you're not taking the game seriously, then it's a lot more fun.
Yeah. But yeah, regardless, the next time I stream, we'll probably continue Puyo. But yeah, Melee will probably happen in like a few weeks' time. But yeah, I'm happy I got Mew to show up, so that's cool.
Smash Brothers, you have served us well, and you lay the groundwork for many more fun times to come.
Yeah.
That's not meant to be a backhanded compliment. I mean, I legitimately mean that you lay the groundwork for further greatness because you're already great.
Yeah, I do like 64 fine enough, but it's definitely weird going back to this one. So
It's definitely the grandpa, if you will.
yeah. I'm gonna stop the stream now.